I don't have to live in brokenness. You know, I can take what I've learned and what I've been through, and now I can use that to shine some light into the life of somebody else. And they can also hopefully see that light and realize that they don't have to stay in that brokenness as well. There is something better. There is healing, and I want to be a part of that healing. You know, I don't want to stay in the ashes. You know, I want to be a part of that healing process.
It did so many things. Like I said, it's a blessing in disguise, not realizing that I needed to heal from the inside. I needed to heal the brokenness that allowed me to shine through the cracks, that it's okay for that new normal to live with those cracks and to shine and to shine brightly amongst the survivors that I've met in the workshop.
I think my biggest thing for me was I was in denial. I was in denial and I didn't want to face it. I didn't want to hear it. I just wanted to move on with my life. I didn't want to look back and to see what I had been through. And I'm glad that Overcomers was there, and I'm glad that I took Overcomers because I was able to tap into that area and I was able to move forward. And now I can just soar and just move forward into my destiny.
As a facilitator and talking about my depression and anxiety openly, I hope that the women who take this course don't feel so alone, and they know that the depression and the anxiety and the PTSD, it's totally normal, and that there are things that you can do to help cope with those. A lot of it's trusting in God and just knowing that your anxiety is worrying about the future, and there's nothing you can do about the future. So you just have to trust and pray and know that everything's going to be okay, and go to therapy and everything that you can do personally to just move forward. And most importantly, making sure that you're finding a little bit of joy in every single day, and that you're just grateful for the moments that you have, because at the end of the day, the only moments we have are right now.
During the initial part of my cancer journey, I really didn't make room for fear or sadness or anger. I just knew that I had to do what my doctors told me and to stay positive. It wasn't until after all my treatments that I felt the post-cancer shock. I didn't realize that I'd struggle afterwards. I thought the hard part was over, but the emotional part was the biggest struggle for me. I just had cancer, like seriously. Couldn't believe everything that I had gone through. Overcomers helped me unpack the emotions that I hadn't dealt with, like fear, sadness, loss, anger, uncertainty, and put me on the path of healing. It restored peace, hope, and strength back into my life. I was surrounded by beautiful, strong women who may have had a different cancer experience, but knew exactly what I was feeling. This sisterhood was powerful, and the support that I received both emotionally and spiritually was powerful. I learned to focus on what I had learned from cancer rather than what it took from me. I am so grateful to Jenny and to all the volunteers who shared the mission in restoring healing and strength back into women's life.
And the great thing about this group is there's physicians that come in and they talk to us about, you know, some of those situations and conversations that we really don't like to have, that are a little bit more personal and intimate. And Dr. Farhart is one of those physicians that did come in and speak to our group, and he his wife is actually a breast cancer survivor. So that really impacted me in the fact that he truly understands what we all are going through.
You know, not only do you form the friendships, but you get to share your raw feelings. You get to fellowship with other survivors, make friendships. And in addition to that, you have the tools. They provide you with the tools and the resources that you can refer to even after the workshop. And so even when, you know, at times that maybe I start to maybe feel certain things, I know that I have sisters to go to, or I have the resources that they provided to me. which have been very, very beneficial to me and, to my family as well.
I continue to be a facilitator in the class because I feel like God has called all of us to do this. I mean, I feel like I honestly went through this cancer to be here. And it's so fulfilling. It's just a miracle to see these women after, and it's a total blessing.
When I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2010, I had the support that I felt I needed with my family and friends. But when I became a metastatic breast cancer survivor, I felt that I needed more to understand what I was going through again. And I felt that if I were to communicate with other women that have been through breast cancer already before, they would understand how I felt in regards to my thoughts, my emotions, my pain, what I was facing, the challenges I was facing now being metastatic that has no cure, the fears that I had, and it made me understand it a lot better and go through this process a lot easier. It was one of the best decisions that I ever